ended up getting together at a what they call a bachelor jam. It's just this conglomerate of musicians that get together in a studio. It was actually Eric Kretz's studio, drummer for Stone Temple Pilots, and we ended up staying there for the weekend and just playing a bunch of music. Well, it's fun because we incorporate these games of playing music, playing different tunes and being creative. It's almost like well, I was born in Puerto Rico, lived there for quite some time, and moved over to Davis, California. Stomping grounds for Sacramento for quite some time, and played a lot of music down there. Had a good time there. Project, as far as how we play or our genre, almost like, I mean, it's so eclectic. We go from reggae to kind of a southern rock feel, but for the most part, it's a groove that gets people danceable. So it's danceable. In some cases, I want to say contemporary rock, but there's such a stigma that goes along with that, and I really don't want to associate myself with this, contemporary rock, label. It's eclectic, it's fun, and it's just got this great groove to it. So it's difficult to just pinpoint some name on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's hear a little of your guy.
What's that?
Let's hear your little crazy Christopher Walken, just a little bit.
This little guy. Whoa, I mean, God. He had a watch up his ass for 5 uncomfortable years.
Good.
I put on my pants one leg at a time, just like you guys. But when I put my pants on, I get gold records. I'm Bruce Dickinson, baby.
Love it.
Who's your inspiration?
My inspiration. Wow. That's a great question. I take from so many. It has to be... It's pretty loud, yeah?
Yeah.
Family, primarily. See, when I was growing up, I had this Titi Blanca, my aunt in Puerto Rico, and we would go over to her house, and she'd pull out this gigantic drawer with bongos and claves and huicharos and all sorts of different stuff, instruments. And we would all sit around, and we didn't know how to play, but we jammed and we just played anyway. And she was a huge inspiration to me because she just kind of pushed the learning process. You got to learn and do those things. Well, as it progressed, I had a lot of friends in my life that were all musicians too back in junior high, and they all taught me different things with guitar and musical things with respect to chords and how they changed. And at the same time, they started to put me on to different bands. I think one of my first early loves was Bad Brains, a hardcore band out of Washington, D.C. And just had a great influence from those guys because they were one of these pioneers that could take one extreme of music, hardcore and all these crazy things, and then meld that with reggae in a tasteful manner, in a manner that was palatable to the masses, and I thought that was really cool. And then you have individuals, I think it was either Max Roach or Art Blakey, some jazz heads, big-time drummers that would say, learn your craft, play drums, play those things, but learn it. Don't abuse it, envelop it completely, and learn all the ins and outs of it. And I think influences of legends like that and friends and family kind of brought me to where I am today with this love and this passion for music and culture that kind of goes along with it.
Awesome.
Okay, one more question. What's the passion that drives you to create this kind of music?
The passion that drives me to play this music is Well, I guess I think of it in a couple different senses. You know, most people will go to the gym and they get a lot of endorphins by, you know, working out or whatever, or they go on a bike ride and they get those. But, you know, and that's the kind of the physical endorphins that you get. And I certainly do that through music, but I think for the most part, it's a spiritual exercise for me. So, you know, it's spiritually, it's one of those things where you cure yourself. It's healing. You can communicate this love and joy and passion to other folks out there as well who are listening to the music, and you're able to share that with them. The other thing is the creativity part. It pushes my mind and my capacity to just kind of go that step further. Well, can I get to that island over there that's across the ocean? Well, going back to what I said about learning your craft, well, I got to learn all the steps before I get to that island, you know, or that next step. So creativity, I got to figure out how to get there, and it kind of pushes that boundary. So I guess just kind of spiritual passion, at the same time being able to kind of push me mentally. That's where my drive is.
Awesome.